It's gonna be like a Jimmy Neutron Souls like in like 50 years.
Hey, Wyatts.
Hey, Foster.
Welcome to Game Cereal, where once a week we dip our toes into the bottom of the steam bowl and see what kind of games we can fish out. Is it soggy or crunchy? Sweet or salty, or did they forget the milk? Well, we're going to find out, and all at the cost of a box of cereal.
You know, I made up an expression today that I used.
Is it cereal related?
It's kind of.
Is it video game related?
No, not at all.
Okay, well, that's probably for the best. Oh, yeah, lay it on me.
Yeah, I said, hold on, I need to find it. I said, it's like drinking sour milk all day.
And
It's
that
like
is
drinking sour milk all day, you know?
in what context?
Like, let's
Hanging
say,
out with
like,
your brother?
yeah, hanging out with your
Got
brother.
it.
No, like you're having it's like having a bad day. It's like, yeah, been drinking sour milk all day. Got like a weird feeling, like a bad feeling, you know? Like how you would feel if you happened to drink sour milk all day.
All day. You
Yeah.
drank it all day. You didn't just drink it once when you woke up.
You sip it, you're like,
you
oh,
just
God.
kept sipping it.
And then you like sniff it again later. You're like, well, like some Charlie Kelly core kind of
Yeah,
behavior.
definitely.
No.
It gets him a little high.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
D, I don't want to be eating cat food and drinking fucking paint, but I gotta. Whatever he says in that one.
Gotta go to sleep before the cats get going.
How's it gonna stop the cats from meowing? Like, they're only meowing because you're eating all this cat food outside. Well, you feel real sick because of the cat food, so you gotta huff a ton of paint, so you pass out. And
I think when Game Cereal fails, we do an Always Sunny podcast, where we do one podcast per episode of Always Sunny.
we should get Brent and just do the Always Sunny podcast that they have, like verbatim. Just re-record it.
Yeah. We literally.
We all act
print
like each of the three.
Who would you be? I assume you'd be.
I think I'd want to be Mac or Dennis.
Really? Okay. I think Brent would have to be Charlie.
I think Brent could be Charlie. Brent could also be a good Mac, but you look the
Brent
most
would
like
be a
Mac,
good
so
I do. I look remarkably like Mac.
Yeah.
Like, not when he's hot though, or when he's fat. I look
No.
like generic Mac.
you don't look like current. You look like younger Mac when he's in like the first
Yeah.
couple seasons. Not fat Mac, not ripped Mac, and not weird,
Mhm.
clean shaven, slick back hair Mac that exists now with plastic
That
surgery.
is my future though. I do plan on going through all three stages of Mac in
Yeah.
my lifetime.
Yeah,
So,
you got it. It's the only way.
You gotta. Do you want to know what game I've been playing this week?
Outside of our game serial game.
Well, I mean, adjacent to our game series.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, Prince of Persia and the Lost Crown.
Oh, is that the new one?
This is a new one, dude. It's really good.
Oh, there you go.
It's like really good. And I don't like Metroidvanias. I particularly do not like Metroidvanias very much. But this is a damn good
You're
game.
coming around to him.
I'm coming around. Well, I think the key to a good Metroidvania for me is an easily readable and accessible map system, right?
Mhm.
So I'm not getting lost. That's a big one. Solid fast travel, which Prince of Persia, it's okay. And then really challenging platforming, because I just love hardcore platforming.
Yeah.
And so you give me that, and that's like the top, and then it goes the other two down below that. And this has that in spades, and it has a very, very nice parry system, which always helps out. So
Yeah. Well, you know,
yeah, you should try it out, man.
maybe.
So it's just a little game recommendation from me to you.
I've been playing nothing really. I've been playing played about an hour of Okami because I had to get footage for the video because I didn't actually record any of my gameplay when I was playing before. So I did it all on my laptop. And I played like 5 games of 2K and like 5 games of Marvel Rivals. That's been my my gaming experience
Hey,
and the
but
game we played this week.
I was gonna say, I think you played one more game on top of all
I
those.
did indeed play one more game.
What would that be? Do you think? What do you think that would be?
Cruel.
Cruel.
Cruel is a fast run and gun horror shooter with rogue-like elements. Developed and published by James Dornan. Jimmy Dornan. It's a first person boomer shooter roguelike.
Those are all true things. Every one of those things you just said was true.
Yeah, including that the guy's name was James Dornan.
I have a secret that I'm very ashamed of.
Okay.
I did not get past level 1 of this game.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Now, I got past floor 1, but I legitimately could not get past level 1. Or
How
the first,
far did you get?
Only to floor 3.
Oh my god.
Dog, this game is incredibly hard.
It must be a Steam Deck thing. Like an aiming on controller.
And I played a lot of it too. Like I didn't just like I tried my little heart out.
Well,
and
see,
I did so badly.
I saw you played about 3 hours of it. I finished the first level in about 60 minutes of playtime.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, you've beaten all 3 of the levels. I need to go grind the other mode." And they're not levels, they're modes. So the second mode, which I didn't beat, to be fair, I played only 80 minutes of the game. Because the second mode is melee weapons only.
Oh shit.
And it is awful and hard. And I've only made it to I think I made it to floor 5. I could probably beat it if I just bang myself against the wall for a bit and figure out a good strat. But no, it's a little challenging game. It took me like a good bit to kind of get the system of the game, but once I did, I rinsed through that first level with I think I had like 3 cokes at the end too.
God damn. For those that don't know, I'm sure you're watching gameplay, but this is a roguelite boomer shooter, right? So you spawn in, you get this weird voice being like, "Hey, who do you want to kill?"
Yeah.
At first I said you.
I also said you first.
And he was like, "You'll have to prove yourself."
Yeah.
And then the second time I said come, because come is funny.
Yep.
And he said, "Wow, that's immature," which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
And then the third time I said myself.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Wow, that was dark."
Yep. That's
Anyway,
I kind of went down the same path. The first time I said you, second time I said Squidward, and that was the one that I won.
Nice.
And then the third time I said myself, and he's like, "That's pretty disturbing." And then
Yep.
oh no, I think one of the times I also said you, like I just said kill you. And I don't remember what he said. I don't know if he had anything special to say about that, but yeah.
Well, anyway,
Start also, by the way, I don't know if you ever played Inscription. It looks exactly like that first table in Inscription. Like
yes, it does.
Like bar for bar, it had to have been like a very inspired take there.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say this game is not the most original looking game on the planet.
No, it has a look that you see in a lot of games nowadays.
Yeah, and I don't know what the other modes looked like or if they just look the same, but like every single level, like you spawn in on the first floor of this like dingy, crappy, scummy hotel, and there's like very basic mobs. There's just a guy in a cloak and a shadow lump. And then like the next level, there's like a guy who like looks like he beats on his girlfriend and his kids with a like bat or whatever.
Yeah, like a pipe.
And then the third level, there's like a guy who looks like a gimp with a shotgun. And I didn't get past that.
Oh,
I don't know how many levels there are.
There are 10 levels.
You just kill these guys and you just, oh my god, I was so far off.
Yeah, it's 10 floors. Each floor does add something new. They go, I think, after the shotgun guy, there are crows that break in through the windows and attack you, and they're fucking annoying.
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
After that, there's like these goblins with SMGs that are like short and walk. There's spiders that climb on the ceiling and shoot poison at you. There's like these like, I think they're like boars or something that charge you, or like monkeys that jump at you and hit you and like fight you fist to fist. There's like a dude with a chainsaw that takes a shitload of hits to kill. There's a really good amount of enemy variety for what it's worth, and it gets really hectic at the end. There's also like they add like basically like claymores, like laser mines around.
Yeah, jump over them and stuff and duck under them.
Duck under them. They have like Tesla coil like shockers that you have to like slide under later on. You have to wait for them to turn off so you can walk through. I'm also looking. It looks like there's actually a final boss that I didn't fight because at the end, a spoiler alert to this like game that has zero story. You get up to the top of the tower, and there's the dog that you feed cans of soda to upgrade your abilities. And he's like, it was me. I was like Foster the whole time. He's like, don't kill me. I just wanted to bring you here. And then you have the choice to kill him or not. And I killed him and I kicked him off the the roof. But it looks like I'm looking at the trailer right now. Maybe I'll have to run through it just for the gameplay here. And I'm saying that right now, so I forced myself to. It looks like there's actually a boss fight up at the roof if you spare him, where he's a big old wolf.
Whoa.
So maybe I need to do that. But yeah, no, the second mode's, I don't know what the third mode is. I think I read that the third mode's like an insta-death mode, like one shot, one kill for everyone, including yourself.
God.
Which sounds atrocious.
That sounds terrible. I can't believe there's 10 levels to this thing.
Yeah.
And then I only scratched to level 3.
It must, you're gonna see my crazy gameplay here where I'm just picking heads, but it's got to be because I was on keyboard and mouse running through this.
It definitely felt like a keyboard and mouse game.
And it's really fast paced. Like if you're not
so fast.
Yeah.
I got to the point. I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe I can like save. I have like 2 hours of my gameplay just because it auto saves it on the Steam Deck or whatever. Mm-hmm. I can send it to you, but like I'm picking heads. Like I'm not bad at it. That was what was getting me. I was like, I don't feel like I'm bad at this game. I felt like I was missing something, and I do think that something was a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
Because like,
well, like how long was each room taking? Not like floor, but like
I was flying through the room.
Okay, yeah, because I was saying that. I was getting in like 2 seconds. I basically never stopped holding forward. Like, at least in the first one, the melee one, I had to slow down a little bit more. But like, it's very satisfying to just run from room to room with almost no slowdown, just dinking through. And once you get, I think it honestly gets a bit easier once you get all 3 weapons, because you go through one weapon's ammo till you run out of it, swap to the next weapon. I go through all that weapon's ammo till I run out of it, swap to the next one, go through all that till I run out of it, and then by that point my first weapon's like kind of filled up, and I might like do a bit of like melee or something in the meantime, but for the most part it's like it kind of just plays itself at that point.
Yeah, it's a gameplay loop I just did not get to interact
You also need a good build with the cards,
which once again I didn't get far enough in to even get a build. Like by the third level, you have 2 power-ups, and like that's not really a build.
I think the best ones are the ones that give you health. Like I think I had like one upgraded 2 or 3 that had like you get health on headshots. The one that won me it was one that is if you do a full squat, you regain health. Like a very little bit of health, but I would get it. And I would just basically, every time I took damage, if the fire wasn't right next to me, I just do like 10 squats. Or like at the start of a level, I do like 30 squats and try to get back up to max. I think if I didn't have that, I probably wouldn't have won that run. Like that one 100% carried.
I did find it fun though.
Yeah,
like,
it's fun.
I replayed the first 3 levels for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Right? And I didn't hate, I never like, only towards the very end did I really start to get frustrated. Because I was trying I was genuinely trying as hard as I could, and it felt unfair. Like it didn't, and I mean I played hard games.
What was killing you?
But it was just every once in a while I would run into a room where there was like, I don't know, like 3 dudes with guns, and I just wouldn't be able to interact quick enough before I like got blasted.
You know you could parry?
I did know that.
Yeah.
I didn't.
It was really hard timing, and it wasn't that good. Yeah.
It was like, I mean, you're parrying bullets. They're moving very fast. So it's like you had to like just kind of guess when they were going to shoot and swing. I would hardly even call that a parry.
Yeah. I mean, I found for the people with the gun, the best strat I found was genuinely just like walking to the side while I shot them, and they'd miss if I'm just moving in like a direction. But I did definitely get like jump scared by the shotgun dudes a couple times and like immediately die.
Yeah. It was that thing where I would be like having a great run where like I was channeling my inner like 2014 Black Ops quickscope level of like clicking heads. And I was like just like flying through, and then it was all of a sudden I bust into like one room that's just has like one too many enemies, and I like go for a headshot and I get a body shot instead.
Yep.
But I'm moving too fast to like maintain my reticle on the body because there's no aim assist or anything, right? So I'm full sprint, it was like there was just playing on controller. There was no room for error. It was headshots or nothing. And then if you fucked that up, you're kind of
Yeah, I think every time I died, a lot of the times was like I'd miss like 3 headshots in a row on someone and be like, oh, I'm fucking cooked. Like I'd be like clicking all around their heads, and then just get blasted to hell. What do you think of the roguelike elements that they added? I use that term loosely. This felt very like, I think there were like, it felt to me like there were like 7 or 8 different upgrades, like from the time I played.
I think, like I said, like, I think that I didn't get to interact enough with the systems to truly form an opinion, because I was only getting 2 power-ups, and they felt very minuscule to me.
Yeah.
At the time, because like, yeah, I got the crouch one once, and like that was great, but I only got to use it for 1 level. And then I got the maximum health increase, and that was great because it healed me without having to use a soda. And then I got the, like, sometimes when you take a hit, you fart, and I didn't know what it meant, and it never seemed to proc.
Didn't know that what that one meant either. Yeah.
Yeah. And I got, like, that's the thing, is like I got all these things, and it felt to me like most of them were just like increased health. The one interesting one was like headshot slowly charge up an explosive kick. And that seemed interesting, but I never even got it to, or no, not headshots, combos. But I never got it to proc because it was hard to maintain a combo.
There were some that seemed cool. There was one that was like defenstration gives you armor, but I never chose it because there were like other, like I almost always took like one that was like more max health or like basically the more survivability ones that I wanted, or like faster reload speed or like bigger clips I took, things like that. Like I think the best ones weren't like the fun ones. The best ones were more so just the ones that gave you better base stats, which isn't very fun in a roguelike.
Very utilitarian.
Yeah.
I also think like a roguelike, we've had this conversation, doesn't matter, but like,
still don't know. Yeah.
I want to be progressing outside round to round, because if like we were playing and I was unlocking like base stat increases, that then at least made it so I could beat the fucking 3rd level. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like in Hades,
yeah.
like you're not going into every round like fresh. Like you're going into every round with new powers unlocked.
Yeah, you go to your prayer circle and you spend your coins to get one of like, you know, like 50 different upgrades, and you choose like this different upgrade and this different weapon. You upgrade this weapon, you upgrade your max health, and you do X, Y, and Z.
This isn't obviously Hades. Hades is one of the greatest video games ever made.
Yeah.
Possibly that and Balatro are probably the 2 best roguelikes ever made.
Binding of Isaac.
Binding of Isaac, very true. Not that I've ever played it. I just know the cultural vibes around it. But like this isn't that, but at least something to where it's like, let me power up at least a little bit just to make it playable for me. Like, I don't know. It's just clearly a keyboard mouse game.
Yep.
And I guess that's on me in a lot of ways, but
you just gotta expand your gaming repertoire.
I just don't want to be honest. Like I really don't like sitting at a desk to play video games.
Yeah, fair enough. That's my favorite way.
Nah, I get it. I feel like it would lock me in more, you know? Like sometimes I'm on the couch playing a game, and I feel like I'll get distracted because I'm like on the couch and like I'll like go on my phone or like just sit on the couch and there's birds out the window that catch my eye and you know whatnot. But at a desk, you're locked in. 3 widescreen monitors just wrapped around you.
No, I wish. That'd be awesome.
That'd be sick.
Put me in VR in this game, dude. I'd go crazy.
I wonder how many ultra wide monitors it takes to make a full 360 around yourself.
I'd say like 5, maybe 6.
I think
depends how wide. I don't know how wide. Because I'm looking at my monitor right now. My monitor's not the widest monitor at all. But I'd need about like 8 maybe to fully wrap around me, 7 or 8. So I'd say around like 4 or 5 for ultra wide curve, ribbed for her pleasure.
I'll get you 1 extra. I'll buy you 1 new monitor a year until you have a full 360.
Awesome, yeah. Ultra wide though.
Ultra. Well, yeah. No, it isn't 1 monitor. It's gonna be like fucking what's more than a hexagram? Hexagon. Shapes.
Hectagon?
Octagon.
Octagon?
Pentagon's 5.
I said
Octagon's 8.
hectagon. Yeah. I think hecta is 7.
I was trying, for some reason I was like 9 is the perfect number.
Nonagon?
Ooh, I like that. Nonagon. Sounds
I
nice.
think that's it.
Or
that's like 1,000 or something. I don't know. It's one of those. One of those for sure.
Something I did like about this too is the music. I thought that
music
it
was ripping, yeah.
accomplished what most boomer shooters need to, like. A boomer shooter kind of lives or dies on how strong the music is a lot of times, because it is just ever present. And if it is, like you said, like ripping, like it was hitting really hard, it will propel you into the next round. And also like it sets the tempo of combat almost. Like if that music is like super fast and like chunky, like that's probably how you should be playing the game. And then when you're playing the game to the tempo of the music, it feels even better. And I definitely experienced that in this. So, I mean, kudos to whoever mixed that. You know, shout out to Mr. What was his name? Jimmy Dean.
Jimmy Dean sausages.
He did great, man. Get out of the sausage business.
Yeah, do you get back in the games? Yeah. What are you doing? I thought this game definitely got my heart racing a couple times when you're low and you're trying to get to that next vending machine to get your soda pop back. Also, when I started it also got my heart racing because I went and gambled 2 times in a row and won both times, and I was like, gambling's awesome. I don't know what the downside is to gambling. I love gambling. And then like I went a couple more floors and I went and gambled again, and then I got the shit jump scared out of me. Jesus Christ. Because I did not expect that.
Yeah, every floor you get to feed the dog any leftover sodas you have, 1 extra soda at least, and that's how you get power-ups. You can just go to the next floor if you want to save your sodas for health related things, or if you don't have any, or you can go into the bathroom, open a stall, and play trick or treat with Eric, who will either give you a new soda or will straight up murder you. And I trick or treated. I gambled. The door literally says gamble, and
how could I turn that down?
5 times, Wyatt. Eric killed me 4 out of the 5 times.
To be fair,
I was so upset.
I won those 2 tries, and then I think the next like 2 or 3 times I got Eric, and I was like, I'm just never gonna gamble unless I'm like literally at 0 soda then. Yeah. And that's the only other time I gambled was in the melee run. I was on floor like 5 or 6 or something, whatever it was, and I had literally 0 health and 0 sodas, and I went in and I was like, please. And then I got the soda, immediately gave it to the dog, and then immediately got 1 tap the first room I walked into.
Should have drank that soda.
I should have drank, but I was like, what if I could get some really good power?
What if you get increased to max health?
I should have just gambled again.
I know what I say all the time, like we should judge games for what they are, but like I do wish that gamble was a little bit. I wish there was like 1 or 2 more layers just to this game as a whole. I think the gambling is one that could have been improved, and I think that the permeating upgrades would have been a big one as well.
It feels like they found a really good core gameplay loop and went, okay, we can make this a roguelike, but then just kind of like went, how much can we do where I can release the game instead of being like okay, we have like these cards, but now let's do like meta progression outside of that, or like we have this gambling room, but why not make it so like you can gamble and maybe like you like fucking get a gun or you lose a gun, or like they give you like 2 Cokes or something, if you're gonna have the chance to just wreck your whole run for gambling, it should be a little bit higher of a reward than something you get like 4 times every floor. Things like that. But it feels like they're just kind of like, oh, let's put 15 cards in and call it a day. 10 levels, and 2 different modes that are just like melee weapons only. What was cool about the melee weapons only one is you can pick up other people's guns and then use them as melee weapons. They let you do that in that mode.
That's cool.
So like the first few floors turned into me basically throwing my gun at them and then picking up their gun
Super hot.
and throwing it at the next person. Yeah, it was a nice little change of pace, I guess. But I don't. It'd be really hard to finish it. I could at one point if I really want to, but I don't know. I don't know if I really want to.
Yeah, I definitely don't. I think it's like fun, but I don't think it's a game I'm ever gonna play again.
Yeah. I might go through just to get footage of the boss, because hopefully I could get through pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see.
Well, you've proven your skills. You know, you can do it again.
True. Run it back. I just need that squat one. The squat one's great because your guy makes a little sound too, and I was just like, you have to do a full squat. They don't let you just spam crouch. You have to like make sure your guy fully crouches down and fully crouches up to get the little health boost.
Really funny.
He's just going.
Sound like Goofy there.
A little bit. Heal.
Oh, that was really good.
Thank you. Yeah.
Man, you should be a voice actor, Wyatt.
Hey, what do you think? Who am I? I like Scoob.
Clive from Resident Evil 16. Wait, Resident Evil Final Fantasy.
Resident Evil 16, dude, in 50 years when Resident Evil 16 drops and the main character is Clive, it's gonna be crazy.
Okay. No, but the main character being Shaggy would go crazy.
That would be, dude. They should do a collab with Scooby Doo and have a Resident Evil game, but you're the whole mystery squad.
I think that's something that we're gonna see in like 80 years, kind of how we saw like Lies of P come out and like rip Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be like when the Scooby Doo IP comes up, like someone's gonna make that game. Like it's gonna be a Resident Evil but Scooby Doo, and it's gonna be fucking awesome.
There's gonna be like a
geriatric.
There's gonna be like a Jimmy Neutron Souls like in like 50 years. And it'll be awesome.
Maybe choke on my spit.
It'd be so good.
So funny. The Jimmy Neutron pull was just great. I can just picture him running around these little experiments.
Dodge rolling
around. Oh, hell yeah.
I could see like a game like SpongeBob could 100% get a Souls. I could see that getting a Souls like in the next like 5 years, like in a what's that one crab game kind of fashion?
One Crab's Treasure.
Yeah.
Another Crab's Treasure. I think that is already basically it. Yeah. You could just mod SpongeBob in as the main character and it'd be there. But no, with the amount of like games Nickelodeon lets people make, like just the shit that they let people fucking
churn out,
like it is very possible we get a SpongeBob Rogue or a SpongeBob. Also that too, a SpongeBob Roguelike and a SpongeBob Souls-like. Probably high on the list of things Nickelodeon would let people do. We should honestly make a call.
Yeah,
I think we could pitch it, and they'd probably give it to us.
They'd probably give us money, or they'd steal it.
They just don't care what they make with the Nickelodeon IPs.
No,
I don't do anything.
They should make like a Smash Bros with Nickelodeon characters. That'd be fucking awesome.
I think that would be really successful and definitely not fail.
Yeah,
and come out. It would definitely wouldn't like release, and then like they would be like, oh no, this is just beta, and then unrelease it, and then release it like 2 years later, and like no one would care.
Yeah. They should do that with all the Warner Bros. IP too.
Okay? I think I was actually just. I got the Nickelodeon one confused with.
I think the Nickelodeon one was just Dead on Arrival.
I think it was too. I got that one mixed up with Multiverses.
Yeah.
Is what I was joking about. But yes, I forgot that there actually was a legitimate Nickelodeon one.
Yeah, we tried the demo and we were like, eh.
Yeah, it felt like shit. I mean, it's like.
It's just janky.
It's kind of similar to like making a Souls-like, where like I don't like any Souls-likes other than FromSoft because they do it so well. It's like making a Smash clone is you're fucked from the start because Smash feels like one of the best games ever made.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough.
I did love PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale though. Holy, that's a good one. I like beating up Kratos with Parappa the Rappa.
Okay, well that's fair. That's hard to beat.
Yeah. If they put them both in Smash Bros, though, now wait a minute.
Hey, listen, that fucking Bungie Smash Bros ripoff MOBA could come out, and you could make your dreams come true.
Wow, maybe one day.
Well, definitely not, because PlayStation is just canceling all of their live service games currently.
Do you see they had like the studio that does like the remakes? I forget what their name is.
They had Blue Point making a fucking God of War MMO, which is just the dumbest bullshit
live
ever.
service God of War game. That's so funny.
So stupid. And then the fucking they had a Horizon MMO that they just canceled, and then they had one more. There was one more live service game that also got canceled recently. A Sony Bend. Sony Bend was making a game.
A Days Gone MMO.
No, that actually wouldn't be that bad because it'd just be like DayZ.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like that could actually work. That would work better for sure than a fucking God of War one.
I don't know how that even work. You're just are you dudes or are you gods? You know?
I heard pitches where it's like, this is just fan speculation. But they're like, I think the only way it would work was a Diablo like.
Yeah. Oh, I mean that wouldn't be awful if it's like if they made a good one, where like, but it's just not needed. It's just like there's no need for it to be God of War too. Just make a Diablo like.
Exactly, and also don't do that because we have Diablo and we have Path of Exile too.
Yeah, we
don't need it anymore. Just
as we say that though, fucking everyone was saying that hero shooters were so oversaturated and we don't need it anymore. And then Marvel Rivals came out and it's like still the biggest game right now.
I think. Were they saying that?
Yeah, that's why like people were like when Concord came out and 2 people played it, people were like, no one wants a fucking hero shooter with boring characters. And then they went, all right, let's do one with fucking Iron Man. And everyone was like, wait a minute, you're cooking here.
That's fair. That's fair. I think that there is a difference though between like an Overwatch like and like a hero shooter that's like almost like Rogue Company-esque.
Yeah.
But I hear what you're saying.
There is a difference. I get the difference is that the Overwatch like is a lot better.
That's true. Well, I mean, actually, I would play Concord over Marvel Rivals literally any day of the week, and I'm maybe one of the 15 people.
Yeah, because you're just an insane person. Yeah,
that was such a fun game. That was so fun. I loved that game so much.
Such a crazy take.
Why do they have to take?
I've seen gameplay and it looks so boring.
It's so fun. You don't get it. It was a good game. The people just let it fail, man. We just watched the game die in our hands. You know what I'd call the fall of Concord? Cruel.
But yo, that was a good one.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say I think I'm gonna rate Cruel a bit higher than I would rank Concord.
Really? Did you play Concord?
Nope.
Then fuck you. You don't get to even speak its name.
I'm just assuming.
Concord out of your mouth, unless it's a grape.
What about anyway. I don't know anything else. A bird? Is it bird? Concord a bird?
Concord. Flight of the Conchords. Is that a movie?
There's a university.
That sounds like a thing. Are you?
Oh, there's a condor. I'm thinking of a condor as a bird.
I thought you said a condom.
I'm not thinking of a condom. Concord. Oh, there's Concord the condor, who's a fictional character in Tiny Toons. He looks stoned. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna give Cruel 6 condors out of 10.
Condors?
Condors, the bird.
Oh.
No Concords, but condors.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's fun. It's a fun game. That's all I gotta say. Fun little game. I got about an hour and a half of playtime out of me, and that's about it.
Fair enough. I will give Cruel 5 bitch on freezes out of 10. I think I'm in a very similar boat as you, honestly, where it's like it was fun, but like I think it was just a little too. I want a game to feel good on controller.
Yeah, well, you were just too bad at it to enjoy it enough.
Also, it's just bad, and I'm gonna take it out on this game. Like, it's not my fault. It's not a skill issue. Fuck you. Game dev problem.
Yeah.
Man, I don't think I'd buy it though. I don't think I'd recommend it. There are just other games that do it better.
What do we buy it for? $10? Yeah, I probably wouldn't buy it for $10. Unless you think you'll get a lot more playtime out of it than I did, I guess. I'd say if it was like $5, I'd pick it up again.
I would just say like buy Chop Goblins.
Yeah, they're different games though, you know.
Well, yeah, but like Chop Goblins is fun.
Chop Goblins is
I
awesome.
I can beat Chop Goblins.
Yeah, there's that. Hey, you got a game for
There's
me?
that. I've actually been struggling. I have. Well, let me count. One. Wait, whoa. I've got a couple games here that I'm really interested in. What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games on my
You
list
don't know
here.
which one?
And I'm really struggling to pick which one.
What if I share my screen?
Oh, and you do a little.
What do you think about this?
Little...
Big money, big money, big money.
This is so exciting.
Number 1.
The fuck was number 1? Oh, interesting. Okay, cool.
Hollow Floor. Oh no,
Favorite genre
Metroidvania.
of game.
Also named Hollow. Inspired by and Redder. Exploration-based single-sitting Metroidvania, Hollow Floor is a relaxed game that is full of secrets and hard challenges that can be tackled at any moment in the game or completely ignored. Oh, that's my kind of game. Let me ignore everything. No, I'm kidding. How intriguing. Okay, so it's like a hard platforming Metroidvania.
Yeah, but I don't think there's a jump. So I'm really interested. It looks very similar to...
It kind of reminds me of like VVVVV and Redder for some
yeah,
reason.
those definitely ring a bell that I've definitely heard of those things.
Yeah.
Animal Well. It reminds me of Animal Well.
Yeah. If it was like 10 times less pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did this come out, though?
2024, August.
Okay. So, yeah, after Animal Well.
Yeah.
So, I wonder if they literally whipped this up.
They're like, Animal
After
is kind of
playing
awesome.
Animal
I just
Well.
Googled
Animal was really good.
animals.
Just look at a picture of a lion.
It's like a wolf, yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Man. And
I think
they
for my
find out
week-
what all 4 are.
For my week, I'll also just spin a wheel and take one of your 3 games.
Well, I mean, I
That way I don't have to find-
finding
oh,
these. You know, I looked around quite a bit. So,
You know.
But also, hey, listen, come back next week when we return to the true fucking premise of this podcast, where we play a game that's actually worth $1 of cereal, because we're playing a $3 indie game.
It's true. This is a
And
Fred
that's pretty
Meyer
cool.
discounted, like, you can get this shit.
Do not buy your children breakfast. Buy this game and
Yeah.
play it along with us.
Yeah.
Next week on Game Serial. That's pretty cool. Hey, I've noticed a lot of you not subscribing anymore. That's not cool. You should probably do that. You should probably subscribe.
Hey, do what you want to.